And I'll
Mhm.
share a story. I was speaking to someone maybe a couple months ago, and she had difficult relationships, like boyfriend after boyfriend, and she had very long-term relationships because she was in it probably about five. I think one was 5 years, one was 10 years, but they were very difficult. And she'll admit that she stayed in it much longer than she should have, which a lot of
Mhm.
us do,
Yep. Amen.
right?
Yep.
Amen. And one
I'm one
thing
of those. Yep.
Yeah, and one thing I asked her, because I just want to pick her brain on this, and maybe you can answer this as well from your perspective and how you help others, is that she is in her late 40s now. And I asked her the question, because of what she's gone through, is that one of the reasons why she works so much as she does, because she wants to drown herself in her work? She took a step back and she says, yeah, you know what? When I'm at work, I'm not thinking about anything else in life. I'm just thinking about the task at hand and what I get paid for. That's
Hmm.
okay, perfect. A lot of people, their job becomes their husband or their or their wife,
True.
right? And then I asked her the second question. I was like, your retirement life, the twilight of your life, how does that look like for you? Is that going to include a person or is it only going to include your job? She took a step back and she says, I think I'm going to be working until I die. And then I told her, can I share what my retirement life is? She's like, yeah. She's like, I plan to retire early and spend the last 15 to 30 years with somebody. And here's why. So in her mind, her life didn't include ever being with someone in a serious way again. It was always work, work, work until the age of,
Hmm.
let's say, 90.
Yeah.
Now, because of what she's gone through and she just couldn't see herself being in a serious relationship because maybe she was jaded or maybe she didn't think that she was worthy enough for the type of love that she was always searching for. When you're helping people, or maybe your own perspective, do you see many people struggling with that, meaning that they can't see a life that they're not alone in?
Well, what I have seen in quite a few people, including my beloved sister, she's 63 years old and she doesn't have a relationship with anybody at the moment. She is my mother's caregiver and she insists that she's like, I cannot be thinking about anything else when she's taking care of my mother 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And this is the type of relationship that my sister sees herself in with anybody, with a special human being. She sees herself with a person that he has his own place, she has her own place, and that is the relationship. They can stay one day with each other overnight or something like that, but they have their separate houses to live at. I think that's genius, to be honest with you. And many other, especially women that are entering menopausal and postmenopausal stages, women over 45, over 50. There is this stigma about women in menopause that our lives are about to end and we're going downhill. And I don't know what's that about. I don't know what's that about because I don't relate. I'm almost 60. It's like, bro, I'm hardly starting here. So with other women that I know that they are of my age or a little older, that they're not in a relationship, they really do want a relationship, but they're giving up without trying. And that's what happens with a lot of women, especially women that have been in abusive relationships with narcissistic people. That is I mean, they give up. Oh, there's nothing there out there. There's nothing out there for me. There's nothing out there for me. I don't think that's true. And let's remember, what we think of, we become. If you're thinking that you're good, that you will never find anybody, you will never find anybody. Okay, because you're inviting this into your life over and over and over. I can tell you this based on my own experience. Okay, I was in an abuse in a highly abusive relationship. I didn't walk away. I ran away from this person. Okay, I took my two kids. I had $89 in my bank account in a crappy ass car. And I said, No more. Not one more day under the same roof with this person. I'd rather go sleep in a parking lot at Walmart than be with this person again. In the middle of that breakup, which was absolutely horrible, he was threatening me with, I don't know, with killing me and all of this stuff. Okay, I mean, when the threats didn't work out, then he was gonna get, I mean, to another level. And for, I mean, and for my defense, and this is when there's angels in this earth. Okay, my friend's husband was the chief of police of the town where I live. And he said, you know what? As long as I'm around, he is not going to touch you. And that's exactly what happened. But I seek support. Don't do it alone. Here we go again with the don't do it alone, and people will come in to your aid and will come help you. I never didn't have to sleep in my car anywhere. I had help. I had jobs. I was very productive in the middle of a very destructive relationship. When I walk away from this person, I was reading a self-help book from, I think it was Carl Jung, and there was an instruction. Write the 10 things that you want on this special person in your life. It's like, well, this special person is out there. It doesn't, I don't know a face. I cannot see a face. I cannot see nothing, but I know this person is out there. And I made a list of the 10 things that I wanted in this person: respect, love, communication, best friend, teamwork, love my kids. If you have kids, I'll love your kids too. I mean, and then I met my husband 3 months later, my now husband. But this is something that I declared, that I worked on, that I opened the doors of my heart to, even in the worst of situations. A lot of people give up without trying. A lot of people give up because of their past relationships. You cannot define your next relationship based on the past one, because then might as well stay alone. Okay, because it's not going to work out. You cannot be comparing one person with the other, because they're two different human beings. Thank God in my story, I didn't compare anybody, and I found my best friend, the man of my dreams, and I married him at 48 years old. Okay, so it's never late. I know this beautiful woman. She used to be my client. She was 78 years old. She lost her husband over cancer. They were 43 years together. A year later, she said, I want a boyfriend. And I was like, oh my God, you want a boyfriend? Yes, I want a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend, and she was 79 years old. This woman declared that she wanted a boyfriend. Oh, and she wanted this, and la 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 la. Oh, she's gonna live in his house. I'm not gonna give him money because I have my own money. He's gonna have his own money, and that's what I want. And that's what she got. So the power of manifestation is real, my friends. You declare it. You say it with everything you are, without doubting yourself, and it will come true. Okay, same way as, no, I'm dedicated to my work, and my work is my husband, my work is my job. Let me tell you something. I'm dedicated to my mission, and my job is a part of who I am, a big part of my life. And I'm gonna be, as long as I have a mind and a voice, I will never retire. I will never retire. This is what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of my life, but not without my husband. I mean, yes, not without my husband, because we are bound to have a beautiful relationship that we already have. We've been only 11 years married, and I'm 59 years old, people. So yeah, don't lose faith that you will never find someone, because that's not true. There's always someone for us out there. Just gotta have faith, and it'll come true.